my God, Baba!
Ah!
Sorry, but you got it. Your game series, your thing, it got a new poster.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it came out of nowhere yesterday, but we got
Oh my God.
we got a poster that got released.
Oh wow. Yeah, that is a freaky looking thing, isn't it?
I mean, that's Poppy's head.
Yep. In the prototype's hand.
So we know that Poppy's running scared now.
And that the
Because-
prototype is after her.
Well, I guess they always knew that the prototype was after them, but they're running scared now because they realized that they had told their entire plan to who they thought was their friend, but turned out to be the prototype.
Right.
So just every time, but we know for a fact we're finally gonna see what the prototype looks like. We're gonna see what it does because right now, the prototype, because in every game poster since then, it has been the face of it has been our main enemy, or the final enemy at least. Because in the first one, we saw Huggy. In the second one, we had Mommy Longlegs. Third one, Catnap. Fourth one, Joey.
Yeah.
For this one, we see Poppy and the prototype's hand.
God, looking at this, I forget she's kind of made of porcelain.
Yeah, or something akin to it.
She was produced way back. I think the 50s?
Yeah. We can also tell from the background that this is the poppy fields, those flowers. Probably
Yeah.
the source of how the toys are made.
Well, they used the poppy essence or something. I know that's what they basically based
Oh.
Catnap's sleep gas on.
Yeah, but also, it was also that flower that somehow worked, that brought the creator's daughter into Poppy's body and such, and basically gave her life again.
Which is something I didn't know until after I got here, by the way.
A surprise!
That threw me for a loop.
But there is something that was kind of confirmed, I guess, or maybe not. I really don't know, but I think the Nightmare Critters and the Smiling Critters are not going to make an appearance in this chapter. Mainly because I think at the end of the chapter, the last chapter, we saw the frozen bodies of the Nightmare Critters. And I think that's to indicate that they might have been taken care of by accidentally releasing the canisters, because they were frozen solid.
I don't know. I mean, those little plushy things can get into a lot of, like, cracks and crevices, so...
And true, and there were those big body ones that were still in the doctor's lab. Like, one thing one thing we saw in there was were those bigger bodies, not just your bigger body, but also other ones too.
Right.
So, there is also that, but I think we're gonna finally be dealing with the prototype in this one. Otherwise, what would be the point of this poster?
Yeah. Also, I'm gonna put this out there. I have no idea what he looks like.
No one does. No one does. I think the only canonical being who has are two beings. I think both Poppy and Catnap.
The doctor.
We don't actually know.
No, we do, because remember, in one of the tapes, he interviews the prototype personally, so he's in the same room as him.
Right.
Now, he could have been building more of his body since then, because that's what this kind of amalgamation looks like. But no, Freddy, what I meant by I don't know what he looks like, I never saw him in my universe. At all.
Yeah.
I think he stayed on the lower levels after the Hour of Joy.
I think he did, because I think that's been stated from what everyone says when they're trying to find him.
Well, remember, he was up in the train station after we got rid of Mommy Longlegs.
True, but we don't know how far he reaches, though.
True.
In fact, I think there's one aspect that we need to take into account on this. Mommy Longlegs yelled, "You're making me part of him," and all that.
Yeah, he'll make me part of him.
I think we're gonna see Mommy Longlegs again, but as a part of him. Whether or not they'll be able to speak or do anything, I think it's going to be up to the creators. Or whether or not she still has consciousness.
I don't Okay. You should. Can you pull up the picture real quick?
Of who?
Look up the monument that Catnap made in chapter 3. I think maybe it's gonna look like something like that.
Maybe. Just full of other toys built out of them.
Yeah, because this is a model. I'm guessing it's big, but I don't think it. I think it's like a
Smaller recreation.
smaller recreation. Yeah, because we did see smaller toys in Safe Haven. Like you saw those itty bitty mommy long legs, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think it's gonna look horrifying.
It is. Yeah. Wait, what the hell?
What?
Look at that right there. On the bar when they're circling, who's a part of what that on that shrine? There's a long mommy long leg arm and hand.
Yeah, I see that.
But we only know that there was only one bigger body mommy long legs.
Yeah, but this could be, the toy.
Not to that size.
No, remember the whole thing that made Mommy Longlegs special? Is she could stretch her limb really, really long.
Yeah, but no, I'm not talking about how long it is. That hand indicates that it's larger.
Well, it is possible that Catnap has seen the prototype since. So maybe part of what he didn't use, he gave to Catnap?
Or maybe Catnap was up where we mulched part of Mommy Longlegs' body and grabbed what was remaining of there.
Yeah, maybe. That's slightly horrifying.
Yeah. And I'm wondering if that's the same PJ Pugapillar from the second chapter as well.
Oh, I hope not. I know Mommy Longlegs absolutely killed the other toys.
Bunzo
and
Bunzo.
the Huggies.
Mini Huggies.
Which you wouldn't there's audio files that says mommy kills Bunzo. I found.
Yeah. Okay, so and then we're also gonna look at other information from the Twitter as well.
All right.
Because the Twitter, honestly, they love leaving like little hints and such.
Right. They're excited that Huggy is in Fortnite.
But not only that, Minecraft as well. You forgot about that aspect? They're also in Minecraft.
Oh.
Today actually. But this is the picture I wanted to look at. Look at this. The prototype's hand reaching out, and you can see the player's hand, but you can also see all the other hands. You can see the smiling critters, the nightmare critters. Like there's even your hand right there. Bob, your hand, the Huggies, Mommy, everything. Reaching out. But the prototype's hand is also covered in the poppy flowers.
Right.
I think this chapter is going to really emphasize that the prototype is looking for life or something like that.
I mean, there are several occasions where the prototype could have absolutely killed the player. But he's kept them alive for this long. For
a reason. Because we don't know why. We honestly don't know why. Like, the player was on the ground, tired from fighting Catnap. But instead of going after the player, it claims Catnap's body and leaves with it. Why?
Well, okay, I know, I think, okay, based on what I've seen, right? I think the reason why it killed Catnap is to put him out of his misery. Because that's something that I know the prototype didn't want. He didn't want toys to suffer. That's why the Hour of Joy happened.
Well, that's at least what everyone thinks, at the least.
True. We could have been lied to.
Because it's very obvious that the prototype is a lying manipulative. Because why else would they have lied to lure the player and Puppy deeper to within his grasp? To a place where they can't escape from.
Well, so, okay. There's been a theory, a game theory, where the player could have been one of the scientists that knew about the Bigger Bodies Initiative. And we see that in the guide. Like, you can buy a physical copy of, like, the, player guide. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And there is this one worker called PW. And he was part of the experiments that transform the kids to toys. But you see in his schedule, like after every surgery, he would book those lockers and have to like have a day to himself or a couple days. And people think that's because of grief, feeling guilty for what he did.
Maybe.
Okay, I have a question. Who do you think the prototype is at this point?
He's an experiment. But apparently he was the closest to replicating Poppy.
Right. But I'm like, who do you think was turned?
I don't know.
I think it's a character we've seen in all of the chapters. I think it's Rich.
The guy who was
The Island of Misfit Toys!
Yeah.
Because if you look, his tapes appear in all 3 chapters. Or all 4. And the last one, he's emphasizing, about the safety of the kids. How he hates that he can't even interact with them. What if he got and the guy he was talking to in that last tape, or in chapter 3, I think, said that he was going to recommend him for a promotion. What if he found out what
entailed?
Yeah.
It's very possible. I mean, there is no guarantee either way whether or not he lived through that or not.
Yeah.
No, because the prototype existed before Rick. Because I think Rick was among the people who said they saw toys like that, and we know the prototype was earlier before Mommy and Huggy.
I don't remember him saying that he saw the prototype, though. I remember Jacksepticeye saying that he saw it, but I don't remember Rich saying it. I might be wrong. What was his tape in chapter 4 again? I can't remember. Can you pull it up?
The tapes?
At least his chapter 4 tape.
That you, kid?
Yeah, it's me.
Don't lurk out there. It's weird. Just come on in. Being early isn't a crime. You know why I asked you here, right?
Why are we doing this dance again, boss?
Because you were reported. And all reports from my people come back to me. Look, I'm not here to place blame. Just tell me your side of this. So, what happened?
This guy, Rod, he works the line. One of those twitchy mooks with the side eye. And this guy, Rod, he saw me drop a box he and his boys filled. Kind of irked him. I think he was joking, that's probably how he meant it, but he dropped some line about me disappearing. Him and the other guys laughed. I was having a bad day, so I yelled at him a bit. About him, about the company, about everything, really.
And where were you when this happened?
The factory floor.
This isn't really...
Hang on.
Look, I don't mean to keep causing you trouble, Rich. You're good to me, to all of us. But the company isn't good to you, or to Rod, or me, or to anyone. Leith says Playtime is better than ever, but profits aren't people. And the profit margins betray just how on edge everyone is. Hell, anywhere else, I'd have probably liked Rod. But because he said it like that, and with all the rumors, I just don't know if I can take it anymore. And it feels wrong that no one said anything as loud as they should.
Look, I get it. This company is far from angelic. Trust me, I know that. And you shouldn't ignore it. But there are smarter ways to go about what you did.
I know. I'm sorry.
Hey, no matter what the executives say, no matter the looks you get, just know that I've got your back, kid. Shipping is a family. We look out for each other. That's the way it is now. So don't fight, don't shout. Just come talk to me from now on, okay? I don't want another report on my desk like this one. I fight for you, All of you. And I'm in a position where I can do so.
Thanks, Rich. It's good to know not everyone here is terrible to us.
Not everyone, kid. Not everyone.
Okay, so that doesn't really answer the time frame. We just know that that he was a leader after everything was said and done.
Right.
So I don't think he is the prototype. I don't think he is at all. Honestly, I'm thinking the prototype wasn't a person. I think he was a pure experiment. That they tried to create him from nothing, but it didn't work.
Well, okay. The reason why people are thinking that the prototype is a person is because if you remember in chapter 2? Chapter 2, when we get to Elliot's office, his experiments with rats was in the 900s, and it was pretty close to the prototype's number when they've recommended moving on to larger, meaning human, subjects.
And I agree that they may have gone to humans, but I don't think he was involved with the prototype.
Right. There was also a video on the YouTube channel talking. It was with Braun, like one of the older Playtime employees. Well, they signed up to be not a bigger body, but it was like the smaller toy. He had no memory after he transformed. And he almost died because the other toys were hostile towards him.
I don't know.
And I think that one was before Huggy and Kissy.
It's hard to place a timeline on all this, and I think that's why it's always a constant argument. But I think the bigger thing is, right now, I think we're going to be dealing with the prototype. I think he's going to be the main antagonist. I think he's going to be the main threat, and it's something we're going to have to deal with.
Right.
But I think that's all we can cover for now. Thank you guys so much. Leave us down your theories. Tell us what you think down in the comments down below, and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye, everyone.